Now, your WZDX Pinpoint weather with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
Started the day in the upper 20s and lower 30s. We finished the day in the low and mid 60s. Since then, temperatures have fallen back off into the mid and upper 30s. Some of us still sitting in the mid and upper 40s. A pretty sharp contrast between the mid and upper 30s and the 40s. Those across northeast Alabama are the ones sitting in the 30s. Across northwest Alabama, sitting in the 40s. Generally speaking, most of us across the Tennessee Valley are going to bottom out in the upper 30s and lower 40s as we head into the later part of the overnight. Got a fantastic photo of the sunset this evening. Thanks so much to Porter over in Colbert County for texting me this weather photo. You can text me your weather photos as well. The number's right there on your screen, 256-382-2692. I always love seeing your weather photos. Plus, they might just end up right here on WZDX News. If you didn't get around to capturing a picture of the sunset this evening, well, you've got more opportunities because we're not going to see a lot of change in our weather pattern. That change involves an area of high pressure. It continues to hang out just to our southeast, and it looks like it's going to stay there even as we head into Friday, though our flow should become a little more southerly as an upper level ridge begins to develop, especially through the later part of Thursday and into Friday. This high pressure keeps us sunny. The southerly flow is going to allow our temperatures to warm up just a little bit. When the kids get on the school bus tomorrow morning, plenty of sunshine. I do think they are going to want a jacket. Temperature sitting in the lower 40s, right around 43 degrees. From there, we are going to warm up, very similar to today. We finish things off in the low and mid 60s. I've got a high right around 63 degrees. I do think some could see 64 or 65, but with our winds being a little more southerly, I think it's actually going to feel a little warmer tomorrow compared to how warm it didn't feel today. By the time we get to Friday, not only does it feel warmer, but the temperature reflects that as well. I've got a high right around 68 degrees. Then we head into the weekend and we begin to change things up a little bit. Now we're talking about an area of low pressure and an associated cold front. That cold front is eventually going to move through the Tennessee Valley and bring other opportunities for rain. That rain comes on Monday. Not really going to amount to much, should be more scattered activity. It lingers into Tuesday. Better opportunities for rain are going to come through the later part of Tuesday and then through the first half of the day Wednesday. That rain could actually be pretty significant across the Tennessee Valley, and many of us could actually look at least a half an inch to an inch of new rainfall by the time we get to the lunch hour on Thanksgiving. A way too early look at Thanksgiving. Right now, it does look like it is going to be dry. There's also something else I wanted to point out. Not only has November been dry, but it's actually been free of any severe weather, much like the entirety of 2020. Between 1950 and 2019, there have been 53 tornadoes in November, an obvious uptick in the number of tornadoes we see in November, but we just haven't seen that this year. Have a good look at the next 7 days. Like I said, better opportunities for rain next week. It also does potentially get a little cooler with that opportunity for rain, Connor.
Yeah, it definitely is weird. The November weather we've had has been so sunny and dry, and generally we do see a couple tornado warnings or at least some storms out there.
Yeah, November is definitely a more active month traditionally, so this is a bit unusual.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jordan. Well, we have